I get the best wear out of my strip lashes. And we are also using 3D mink lashes today. So basically you're going to look like you went to the shop and you paid to get individual lashes, you know, 3D lashes put on, but really we're just going to be using strip lashes. I'm going to show you how to apply them in a way that you can keep the 3D look, you know, that fluffy 3D look. Instead of them being strip lashes that you take off at night, you'll be able to get a longer wear. This method is also a lot less damaging to your natural eyelashes because the strip actually acts as a bracket that holds on to more lashes, you know, in one go. So you're not putting so much pressure on just 1 or 2 lashes. In any case, honey, if you want to see how I did that, smash that like button. Turn on your post notifications so that you'll know when I upload another video. Let's get into this one. These are called Sparkle. It's 01 Sparkle. And I'm just going to put them up so that if anyone wants to go and purchase them, they can see which ones to get. I got these from a beauty supply store in Grays. And it's not one that I normally go to, but I ended up finding these. And yeah, I had it in mind that I wanted to do my lashes, but obviously I didn't want to do the individuals because I'm in the process of growing back my natural lashes. So this is usually, like, you guys know that I've got different styles of lash videos within my collection of YouTube videos. So I will link those throughout this video if you want to go and watch them. I've got individual lash application videos and all the rest of it, and strip lash application videos. However, this particular method of applying lashes is not one that I currently have, and yeah, so we're going to add this to the collection. These lashes were $4.99, which I believe is really good. So these is what the lashes look like. Okay, they've got like a very kind of fluffy appearance to them. You're going to need some tweezers. These are like old tweezers, but you know when you get a really good set of tweezers that you can't use any other tweezer? This is why you always see these mash down tweezers in all of my videos, because I love the fact that they're so easy to grip. I just love how they are, but they're old, and you know, like they're paint cracking and all of that stuff. So just so that you know, my tweezers are clean, they're just very old. So make sure you clean your tweezers. You're gonna want some scissors as well, because we're gonna actually be dividing up these lashes. We're gonna be chopping them. So make sure that your scissors are clean. And then I'm also gonna be using the Quick Set Adhesive Individual Lash Glue. This is because I don't intend on trying to take these off for a little while after I apply them, the lashes that is. So I'm going to be using my Quick Set glue. This glue as well you can get from the beauty supply store. I absolutely love this glue, and I believe this glue might be around $4.99 as well for this glue. But this is like the good stuff. With anything that you apply to your body for the first time, you want to do like a patch test and stuff like that, just to make sure that you're okay with it, especially with this adhesive here. I've also got some rubbing alcohol, which I bought for £3.49. The rubbing alcohol is, yes, it's very astringent and it's very strong, but I'm actually going to use it on a bit of tissue just to wipe over my eyes, because you want to get rid of any oil that might be on your eyelashes, so that the glue will adhere, and yeah, you don't have to worry about anything falling off and not lasting. All right, so as you can see, I just took that off the edge here, but you do still want to be careful. You want to take off the rest of the lash by grasping the middle, yeah, and then taking it off like that. Okay, so now the lash is out of the box. Before we start cutting the lashes though, you want to, because I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see, but there is actually adhesive still on the lashes. So you see at both ends there, you want to make sure that you take off those extra bits of glue right there on both the corners. So that's what we're going to do. Because this is the bit that's going to be underneath, every time you blink like that, you're actually going to feel your lashes like sticking together. You don't want that. So take off the extra glue. Now we're going to divide the lashes, right? And I'm going to divide these into 4. And the reason why I'm going to divide it into 4 is because you don't want to be cutting too much. So although we are essentially using a strip lash as if it was an individual, you don't want to be chopping this up too much because you're going to lose some of the original shape and the way it's supposed to actually sit on your eye. So I would say the maximum, cut it up into 4 pieces. I'm not going to bother to measure my eye because when I'm applying it, I can just apply until, you know, where I desire my last lash to be. Yeah, I'm bending just to see where the middle of the lashes are. A gap is naturally created where I need to cut when I bend it this way. So can you see where the middle is? I can. That's where I'm going to cut. Now I'm going to take that second piece. I can see where the middle is on the second piece that is left over. I can see where the middle is. So that is where I'm going to cut. When you are cutting them, make sure you keep them in the actual shape, okay? So don't just cut them and chop them, like cut them and put them in order, which is the shape of how the lashes would have sit on your face had it still been a strip, right? Next I'm gonna wipe my eye area because I haven't applied my makeup yet, but I have obviously done my cleansing routine and there is obviously product on my lashes because how can you cream your face without creaming your eyes? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe over my eyes. This is something that I'm used to doing. We're all grown people on here. I'm sure I don't have to tell you, be careful, girl. Be careful when you're doing this. You obviously don't want to get the alcohol in your eye. Okay, so I'm gonna start, and I always love to start on the inner part here, but before we do that, we're gonna get our glue. I'm just gonna put a blob on the paper that I'm using. Right, so now that we've got our glue situated, I personally like to pick up my glue at an angle, which you should be seeing me do right now. So this is the first bit that goes at the inner corner. I'm going to bring you in a little bit more. So this first bit that goes at the inner corner, if you're seeing me look down, it's because I am looking into my mirror. So this first bit essentially is going to go here. So you want to just make sure you got a good idea about where you want that lash to go. I have a good idea about where I want my lash to be, so I want it to be kind of like here. So now that I know, before our glue dries, now you can use the spoolie that's attached to the glue, but I just think that leaves too much room for error because the glue is quite liquidy and kind of falls fast, so I don't like to do it that way. I like to lift my lash, and then just before I apply, I'm just making sure that that's where I want it to be, and I like to apply just above the waterline, but very close to it, while it's still kind of tacky and wet. This is your, I like to look down to make sure it's not too, it's not where I don't want it to be before I apply pressure. So while it's wet, you can kind of maneuver where you actually want the lash to be. And now I'm applying the pressure because I'm happy where the lash is now situated. This for some people is a little bit too low on the lash line. For me, this is absolutely perfect. So I only apply pressure once I'm happy with where the actual lash is. You want your glue to be nice and tacky when you're applying these, because otherwise it's just going to be way too messy and it's going to be sliding everywhere, and you don't want that. Any like bits of fly away that you get, because you get that with this glue. It starts going stringy once it starts to dry. You want to make sure you catch those, because girl, if those get in your eye, they can be very they can cause a lot of irritation. So just make sure you get them. So now I'm going to apply the next bit, and I'm going in as close as possible to the last one. Make sure it's where you want it to be before you apply pressure. This was a little too wet before I applied this, so I'm just going to make sure that it's down in the middle part there, so it lays correctly. That's the second lash. Going in with the third piece, which is here. I'm just literally putting it next to it because I want to see how much space I've got and make sure that actually that's the right one for that side. Yeah, it looks great. Okay, so now I'm going to get that third piece on. I'm going to apply that right as close to the other piece or the other section as possible. I'm just going to lift my eye and just come from this angle and use the tweezers to maneuver where I want the lash to exactly be, and then I want to go in the middle there and I want to push it down. Now I'm pushing at the end. When you're satisfied that the lashes are close enough together, then put the pressure to push down. Now I'm pushing down as I go along. And that is the last piece. But this is what it looks like, the whole lash on. I actually didn't have to leave any pieces out because it fits around my entire eye. So this is what the first eye looks like. Alright you guys, so this, now that the right eye is done, this is what the final result is. I love them. I absolutely love them, and I think they look really pretty. Usually I don't like anything too heavy or too much going on my eyes because, you know, I like everything to look as natural as possible. However, I do like this look because I feel like it's fluffy without being overly dramatic. So yeah, this is the final result. I'm gonna run by you with the name again. I'll probably put the name at the bottom of the screen, but just in case I can't be bothered to do so. The company or the lash name or brand is called MINXY 3D. They're 100% mink lashes, and then I used my quick set individual adhesive glue from the beauty supply store. This is usually with the lashes or If not, just ask, you know, whoever's at the counter if you've got like the black lash glue in the bottle, because this is like the strongest of the kind. And yeah, I love it, guys. Yeah, I think that's it for this video, guys. I'm gonna put on my makeup and get to taking some pictures. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss another video. If you're not already, subscribe for the ride. And yeah, I'll see you in another one. Bye, guys.